Hello and welcome back to On a Hunter Season 2 Episode 4, and we are progressing nicely into this season. Before that, the new section of Who Am I? And Tom Kulshar is the winner with Pascal Chimbonda, who his career has derailed quite a lot since his Tottenham and Blackburn days. But I can assure you that the next Who Am I at the end of this episode is going to be a hell of a lot more difficult, so stay tuned for that. Hello and again, welcome back, but as you can see, we have just signed a new 3-year extension on our contract. We get a bit of a bonus if we win the Champions League. And as you can see by the results, we have been absolutely on fire since we last played Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, we've won every game apart from the Copenhagen game. Honestly, we're on fire at the minute. Koulibaly is currently out of the team as it stands because he's been dreadful. So Ongwene has come in and he's improving because we've not conceded properly for a while. Also, since we last spoke, we've made a few transfer adjustments. Giovanni Di Lorenzo is off to AC Milan for 25 million as he was complaining that he weren't getting games. Dries Mertens has said he wants to leave, which is a big blow really because he is a club legend. But 4 million and West Ham are paying all his wages. But the worst one is Jose Callejon is asking to leave. I have just offered him out to, and Celta Vigo came in for him, but talks broke down. So, in terms of the league, we are currently 7 points clear because Juventus they've started drawing really bizarre matches, and losing to Bologna and Genoa is not the best thing for their title defence. Also, the Champions League has been drawn, and we have got Ajax, the big Dutch giants, but them away will be a very tough game. Also, big clashes in there: PSG, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Inter, even Lazio and Leipzig. They're all big games. AC Milan, Parma and Juventus in this episode. Parma in the Italian Cup, not like we really need to bother about the Cup anymore since we've already won that. We're only a couple of days away from January as well, so we'll probably get 1 or 2 players also in this episode. I have been thinking of bringing in, but I'm a bit umming and ahhing about it. I did get to literally the point of agreeing a transfer for him before cancelling, as I'm not sure if he would be that much of an improvement on Alex Merritt. But Alex Merritt's been brilliant this season, keeping 16 clean sheets, 12 in the league in the 19 games, which is phenomenal for his age as well. So I cancelled that transfer and we'll just carry on as usual, I think. Maurizio Sarri has won the Italian Serie A Manager of the Year. I mean, they did win the league last year, so fair play to them. I've been eyeing up possibly signing Lucas Torreira from Arsenal. I think he's on the transfer list for 15 million. I'm not convinced as of yet. Maybe not. Apparently we can sign Gianluigi Donnarumma at the end of his contract, but again, I don't think that there's no point doing it because Alex Merritt is a fine goalkeeper as it is, and those wages do not convince me. If you have a look at the players whose contracts are up at the end of the season, there is a lot of very good players. Alex Rico does look a half decent player. Luka Modric, Arturo Vidal, Fernandinho. They're all very good players, but they're getting on a little bit. And to be fair, I genuinely don't think we need to improve our squad at all, to be honest. So West Ham have signed club legend Dries Mertens. Insigne came to me about it, but then gave up when I tried speaking to him, so I do think maybe another striker. Callejon has also gone. Financially now we should be absolutely sound. We've got a lot of money in the bank. We have been making a lot of requests to the board, improving the training facilities, the youth facilities, and the data analysis facilities. One thing I think we do need to do though is we need to buy a high profile player, as that's what the board want. Leon Bailey is a player that I've been really looking at, but I don't want to pay 76 million for him. Nikola Katic is also a player who does look really good, but we are very strong in defence at the minute, so it'd be quite pointless. Also, Gulam has requested to leave as well, which is oh god, we're going to have such a depleted squad. I just don't know who we'd sign as a replacement, because they're not going to play. Reguilon is way better than Gulam is now. Marcos Alonso could be a half decent signing, although I don't want his wages to be anywhere near what he's after there. Our young wonder kid Thales Magno, he's been quite good of late. He's had to come in for Insigne, who's been injured. He's scored 6 goals in 18 appearances, which isn't bad for someone his age. Yeah, I do think we've hit a bit of a formula at the minute. Amin Younes has had an absolute disaster of a time since we sold him last season to Newcastle for 9.5 million. He was then sold to Torino for 13.5, and he's been placed on the transfer list again. So I think we did well in getting rid of him. I'm just having a look on the transfer list here now, and I have put in a bid for Luke Shaw. They want 11.5 million for him, and as a backup, he could be quite good. But I'm not paying like a fortune for his wages. Right, Luke Shaw is wanted 140 grand a week. And I think that's fair to say that's not going to happen. If we can get to 80, I'll take it, but I can't see that happening. Luke Shaw is not joining. Right, so Inter Milan have beaten Verona 1-0, which puts them into second. And Juventus dropping down to third, who also have a game in hand. So if we can get 3 points here, it'll definitely push us on for the title, hopefully. Di Lorenzo starts for AC Milan against Napoli, which is not surprising at all, really. So they've gone with Donnarumma, Di Lorenzo, Caldara, Romagnoli and Rodriguez. Paredes drops into the holding midfield role, and I think that's Andres Pereira. Oh god. Lucas Paqueta drops back. I'm pretty sure they played a 4-2-3-1 last year. Xherdan Shaqiri out on the right hand side, who is their current top goal scorer? Joint top goal scorer. Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the left and Bordeaux up front. For us, we got Alex Merritt in goal, the main man Kevin in right back, Onguene and Diallo in centre half, and Sergi Reguilon in left back. In midfield, we've got Christopher Ager, Alan and Fabian in midfield. Thales Magno and Lorenzo Insigne out wide, and Andrea Bellotti, who has now got double figures for the season, is catching up. We've been in really good form. Let's show the viewers just that. Donnarumma takes a goal kick out to Çalhanoğlu, passing the ball around our defence like they're not there. I think he's offside. Bordeaux, is he offside? He is offside. We got away with that one. Not the best of starts. Here we go. This is where it's dangerous. Bellotti. Insigne whips over to the far post. And Kevin! Oh, great save by Donnarumma. Corner here. Lorenzo Insigne whips over, and that was a very ambitious pass from Diallo. And Reguilon whips over, and Thales heads over the bar. We're growing into this game. Bellotti has just picked up an injury, which is he's pulled groin, so he may have to come off for Moise Kean. And come on, sub. This is Moise Kean's chance to show us just what he's made of. We're dominating possession and the shots so far. Kevin Malcott's injured now. Out wide, Insigne. Can he get the ball into the box? Alan. We've got a very solid midfield. Get into the box. Telles. Kevin. Oh, I thought that was in then. If we can get a goal before half time, that would do us the world of good. Full of highlights so far. Here's Kevin. Ongwene over to his defensive partner in Diallo. Alan. They love pinging the ball about. Kevin, can he get the ball into the middle to Keane? Insigne. Insigne scored 5 minutes before half time, and like I said, that'll do us the world of good. And as it stands, we are currently 7 points clear. That is a very good first half. I think this team is finally starting to gel a bit. I just hope I don't go back on my words and we crumble second half. Looking at Andres Pereira's on a 6.3, and I expect nothing more from him. And he's been subbed off. Tellers is on a 6.5. I am thinking of getting him off because he has played quite a lot of games so far this season, and I'm gonna play Mason Greenwood outright. I'm starting to think now we do need a right winger, as Politano is the only one we've got, and I think he is injured. Alex Merritt picks up from the corner and punts it out to Greenwood, who takes his first touch of the game. Ajay will probably ping it out wide, no doubt, soon. Di Lorenzo clears Mason Greenwood, and just wide. He's still looking for his first goal. Corner, Insigne whips over, headed away by Romagnoli, and Ricardo Rodriguez has got a lot of space to run into. Here's Rebic, and fires way wide. We need this second goal. We've had 24 shots. Patiently building. Build it up. Build it up. Oh! Well, I did not expect that. Mason Greenwood has scored his first goal for the club, and I don't understand what Donnarumma was doing. I'll put the highlights on again from now on, as we're not playing in 3D anymore. Di Lorenzo, can he create a chance against his former club? Greenwood. He's been brilliant since he's come on. He just runs at plays. Malcup, Fabian, and it's 3-0. Absolute battering away at the San Siro. Get Frank Kessie on for Fabian. He's not played a lot this season, Kessie, as we've had a fairly consistent team. Bowdu's through, and he has scored. It's quite disappointing that we didn't manage to keep a clean sheet. I hope that's too late to revive anything. And it looks that way, and we have won 3-1. 29 shots. Most importantly, we got 63% possession. Well, not most importantly. Most importantly is obviously the 3 points and a 3-1 win against a very poor AC Milan side, who are currently in 14th. This guy could be a decent backup. Riccardo Orsolini. It costs between 17 and 22 million. I do think it would be a half decent signing. I mean, Liverpool and PSG are after him, so I see it as if they're after him, then he's got to be quite good. 25 million, I'm probably paying a little bit more than I should, but we do need a backup, and we do have the money there. I just hope he don't want them wages. He's accepted it. Well, didn't take a lot of convincing, and it looks like Riccardo Orsolini may be on his way. Do you know what? I don't know, because Mason Greenwood did look, I know it's against a very poor AC Milan side, but on that right hand side he did look really good. I think possibly this guy, if we can get him in, as he plays that similar role to Callejon or Berardi. Could try and bring Berardi in, but he's declined so much over the last couple of years. I think he should have left Sassuolo quite a few years ago. Jonathan David, no. Right, if I give him 7.5, and I cancel the signing of Orsolini, because in theory he's only going to be a backup, so we get Matthias Zarracho on 22 grand a week instead. See, a lot of big teams are coming after this guy now. Choices, decisions. Just looking at the fixtures here, we play Juventus in the Super Cup final, not the league. This Super Cup isn't really on our list of honours to win, but I think we'll take in any trophy that comes at us at the moment, if we can get that. So I'll probably bring you a review of the Parma game, as we don't need the Italian Cup, and then we'll play the Super Cup game against Juventus. I genuinely think on that who am I will catch you out this week. It's tough. You can't Google it. I mean, I've got no proof against you. He's definitely not going to Roma. He's not going as my backup keeper. AC Milan came in for Gulam as well, but I don't really want to sell our players to other Italian clubs. Obviously Di Lorenzo was an exception because no one else wanted him. Coming to the last few minutes of the Parma game, and we are 1-0 down, and we've been well and truly FM'd. 23 shots to 4, and we lost 1-0. I mean, we did have a lot of youth play. We had Greenwood out, Talismano was out, Politano came on, Moise Keane is crap. Paul Torres came in, basically just rested for the Juve game. And I know it's the Italian Cup first round, but we've got to be doing better than that. So we have a new left back in Arthur Masuaku. I mean, he's cost us 6.5 million. He's just a backup. It's not a bad backup. He's a complete wing back as well, which helps. So he fits into the system. And there is our next signing, Yusuf Poulsen. He could be a really good player. He fits in perfectly. He's a pressing forward, and he's a great backup behind Belotti. I mean, we can't play Belotti every game because otherwise he's just going to be knackered. Also, that Matthias Zarracho, I think, that guy who we signed, he did play against Parma and he was half decent. So here are the teams for the Super Cup final. Starting with Juventus, Wojciech Szczesny in goal, with De Siglio, De Ligt, Bonucci and Sancho in defence. Hector Herrera, who's just signed from Atletico Madrid, I think, with Bentancur, Rabiot and Dybala in midfield, with Higuain and Cristiano Ronaldo up front, who has now scored 24 goals this season. So since we played Juventus last time, he scored 4 goals, which I think was quite a long time ago. Our side for this cup final is Alex Merritt in goal with Calabria, Pau Torres and Diallo, with Sergi Reguilon in defence, Ager, Alan and Fabian, Politano, Insigne and Belotti up front. Right, we lost narrowly 1-0 to Juventus earlier in this season. Let's hope we can redeem that with a win. We're in very good form. And I hope that we can just combat that and come away with more silverware. First highlight of the game, and we are in possession. Reguilon pinged out by Ager to Politano, and we've lost the ball, and Ronaldo has got so much space. Higuain against his former club, and he puts it wide. Thank God for that. Politano whips over, and it's in from Diallo, the main man. Yeah, he's been phenomenal since we've signed him. It's a great pass into the box from Politano, and questionable goalkeeping. 37 minutes and Dybala's through and Merritt has kept it out and Calabria knocks it out for a corner. Dybala whips over, headed away. Can we get the ball clear? Dybala and Pau Torres clears it out for a throw-in. Can we hold on to half-time? We can. We've held out till half-time, 1-0 up, and judging by the match stats, we've not been the better team. Yusuf Poulsen is coming on for his debut in the Super Cup final, as Belotti's just come back from an injury and we don't really want to rush him back. Bentancur volleys just over the bar. Juventus have been the better team. That can be said. But all that matters is the scoreline at the top of the screen, and we've messed up playing it out from the back. Higuain, Ronaldo is at the post, and Ronaldo has scored. Oh, why does he always score against us? That's poor defending by Diallo. Corner to Juventus, and Ronaldo scored again. Oh, I think that's game over. I think Juventus have got the better of us. I mean, I don't know why Alex Merritt's diving. This is where the highlight goes on for about a minute. Calabria. Can we get one more chance before full time? Tales, the late substitute. Reguilon crossed over. Ronaldo picks the ball up and smashes it down the pitch. And like I said, this highlight's going to be about a minute long, and it's just going to blow up for full time. Tellers is brought down, wasting time. Is that it? I think that's it. It's a throw in, and it's all over. We were 1-0 up, and we bottled it. Disappointing, very disappointing, as I do think coming into that game we were definitely the better team, obviously. So the next episode, I don't want to go that far away. Cagliari, Ajax and Verona will be the next episode, as we want to try and get a few Champions League games in, and then there's definitely some there, isn't there? Ajax, Inter and Juventus will be the episode after. Now the second episode of Who Am I? And this one is going to be a tough one. The clubs he's played for Chelsea, Leicester, Birmingham and Thurmaston Town. And he played internationally, played 9 caps for Turkey. So, if you know who this player is, put it down in the comment section. And the first person to get the answer right, I will shout you out. I don't have prizes for you. It's a nice little interaction with you all. I'll give you all a nice little shout out in the next episode, in the intro. Good luck, and I will see you later.